This is an Upanishadic story that Swami really loved, and therefore I felt it should be shared. And when we did a drama in front of Swami, you know what kind of drama this was? There were no sets, there are hardly costumes, and this was done in what we call the 10 by 10 space in front of Swami. Swami would sit outside those days, and between the students seated there and Swami, there's 10 feet by 10 feet space, that's all. In that space, we used to do what is called as corridor dramas, not with full sets and all. The first one such drama that we did was based on the Chandogya Upanishad. The drama's title was Tattvamasi. This we did in our first year postgraduate. And you know what? Before we did the drama, Swami made the Vice Chancellor of Swami's University, Shri Giri Sir, announce. What did he announce? He said, Swami is saying, this is the best drama. We have not done the drama yet. Swami announced, this is the best drama, henceforth all the dramas must be of this level. And what? There were no sets, there were no costumes. But it was from the Upanishads. And therefore Swami loved it. You see? And Tattvamasi is one of the 4 Mahavakyas which the Guru gives to the disciple. Bhagavan gives to the disciple. And therefore he said Tattvamasi, very important. So what happens in the story is, quickly, so you have the son who is Shvetaketu, who has visited the best universities in the world of those times. And he has earned gold medal in all the degrees. And he has attended national and international conferences of those days. How? Those days it used to be debates. So he attended national and international conferences and he was the winner in everything. Such a glorious achiever in the world, a great scholar, he comes home. He comes home to his father, and the father, who is elated on his son's return, the father's name is this great sage Udalaka. And in fact, this great sage Udalaka is the grandfather of another great sage, Ashtavakra, who is a guru of Janaka himself. You see? So, Udalaka welcomes his son with a grand celebration, and when he actually enters his hut, he sees that his son is overwhelmed by his own accomplishments. So first he asks him, tell me about your journey, how it has been. And he talks about all the achievements that he had, the great scholarship, every Veda, Upanishad, Shastra, everything he knows. And the kind of commentary that he can give is amazing. All of that the father hears and says, wonderful, my child. I really love to see that you're progressing well. But I have a question for you, says the father, Udalaka. What is the question? He asks him, you've learned so many things, but have you learned that one thing, knowing which all that is known and all that is unknown can be known? What did he ask? Have you learned that one thing, knowing which all that is known and all that is unknown can be known? This is the question of the father. Shvetaketu, because he was a true student, he was a Sat Sishya. So he said, Father, either my teachers were not competent to tell me this, or I was not inquiring into this deep enough because I have not learned this. I went to the best of the teachers, I have not learned this. Then he falls at the feet of his father and he says, my dear father, you are verily a great master, a knower of the self. Can you help me with this understanding? This is a beautiful idea. You see, all that is known itself is infinite. Do you agree? Can any one person know everything that is known? Scientists are still trying to find within Earth all the information, and outside of Earth, they're still exploring. We still don't know anything, right? Not even a speck. So all that is known itself is infinite. And all that is unknown, that is also infinite, right? So all that is known, all that is unknown is infinite, but he is talking about one, knowing which all that is known and all that is unknown can be known in one shot. So it's quick fix, right? So Shvetaketu said, my dear father, I surrender to you. Please enlighten me. So then the great sage Udalaka, he takes him to the forest of Nyagrodha trees. I don't know what species it is in botany, but in Sanskrit they call it Nyagrodha. And he tells him, go and get the seed of the Nyagrodha tree. right? So the seeds of Nyagrodha tree is brought to him, and he says, son, break this. He breaks it. He says, what do you see? He says, I see 4 more seeds. He says, break that even. He breaks that also. And what does he see inside? Inside that he sees nothing. And then the father says, look, my son, what is inside this seed? Nothing. From this nothing, the entire forest of Nyagrodha trees have come. You see, from this nothing, everything has emerged. You see, this essence of nothing, not the nothing, this essence of nothing, there is something in this nothing, right? That essence of nothing, that thou art. Tattvamasi Shvetaketu. He gives such simple examples to point to that presence which is beyond nothing. There is this famous Hindi song in the movies that comes from actually a great Sufi master, Hazrat Nizamuddin. There's a station in Delhi. If you have been to Delhi, there's a station called Hazrat Nizamuddin. How many of you have been there? Just to check if you're awake. Oh, nobody has been there? Okay. So there's a station which is called Hazrat Nizamuddin, right? So the train from Bangalore going via Parthi, the Rajdhani, actually goes to Hazrat Nizamuddin. I didn't know, I just thought it's a railway station, but next to the railway station there is the beautiful dargah of a great Sufi master, Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia. And he wrote these verses when he experienced this presence, the truth. He said, you have heard of the song Kun Faya Kun? Do you know? Can you sing quickly? Anybody? This side or that side? Yeah? Kun Faya Kun, Kun Faya Kun, Faya Kun, Faya Kun, Faya Kun, Faya Kun. Jab nahi bhi kuch, jab kahin pe kuch nahi bhi nahi ta, wahi ta, wahi ta, wahi ta, wahi ta. Jab kahin pe kuch nahi bhi. Listen to this. Wahi ta, wahi ta, wahi ta, wahi ta. Beautiful, right? What this song says, Kun Faya Kun, means in Hindi, hai mane hai. Is means is. It exists, that's all. There's no other way to describe it. What is that? Presence is. It exists. That's the only way to talk about it, right? That is meant by Kun Faya Kun. Hai mane hai. And then he says, Jab kahin pe kuch nahi bhi nahi ta, in Hindi, which means when anywhere in the creation nothing was also not there. When these are all things, right? Whatever you see, names and forms are things. If all of this vanish, you say, what is here? What is here then? Nothing. But what he is saying is, when nothing was also not there, jab kahin pe kuch nahi means nothing, bhi nahi ta. Even that was nothing was also not there. Vahita, vahita. He was there, he proclaims. You see? That is that presence that you are. That is the presence that you are. And that is what this great master, sage Udalaka, was telling his son Shvetaketu. That is who you are. Manasa bhajare means the mind has to dissolve in that, not in nothingness. Many people think when the mind becomes blank, that is realization. No. The mind has to merge in that which is beyond nothing. And it is your presence. So let's quickly look at this. Sister, can you play this? This is Swami explaining what we must do. Having understood this, I hope it is clear, we being the traveler in the story, what we must do in our life. What is the purpose of our life? We'll listen to Swami himself tell that to us.
What is the purpose of life?
What is the purpose of life?
Mere question vesko.
Put a question yourself.
Tinatama?
Is it eating?
Nidrinchitama?
Is sleeping?
Leka inkemena anandanga anubhavinchatama?
Or is anything mere enjoyment?
Tragatama?
Drinking?
Not this.
Not this.
Kana, pina, sona, marna. Intena.
So drinking and eating and ultimately dying.
Katterpadi chavatame na mani yokka aim.
Is it our aim to die ultimately?
పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్ అంటే తనను తాను తెలుసుకోవటం, అది పర్పస్ ఆఫ్
The
లైఫ్.
purpose of life is to know one's own self.
ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ వేసుకో.
First put a question
Who
yourself.
am I? Who am I? Who am I?
Put a question to yourself. Who am I?
ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ను దూరం చేసుకుంటున్నారు.
You are away from that question.
Who are you? Where did you come from? What is your name? ఇది అడుగుతున్నారు కానీ who am I? Who am I? ఎవరైనా వేసుకుంటున్నారా క్వశ్చన్?
We have forgotten our true identity. We go on questioning, who are you? What's your name? Where do you come from? Do you ever question yourself, who am I?
బయట వారు ఏ విధంగా అన్నది who am I? మొట్టమొదటి తనను తాను తెలుసుకోవాలి.
Outsiders may say any thousand things, but know who am I.
నీవెవరో నీకు తెలుసుకుంటే అతనెవరో నీకు తెలిసిపోతుంది.
If you know yourself, you know the other man.
I am man, he is also man.
I am man, he is also a man.
I am God, he is also God.
I am God, he is also God.
ఇంత సులభంగా తెలిసిపోతుంది.
It's quite easy way.
తనను తాను తెలుసుకోలేనటువంటి వాడే ఇతరులను నిందించటము, ఇతరులను దూషించటము, ఇతరులను పరిహసించటము, ఇతరులను నొప్పించటము.
The one who does not know one's own self goes on accusing, goes on criticizing, goes on harming others.
కనుక మొట్టమొదట మనలో మనకు ప్రేమను పెంచుకోవాలి.
Therefore we should develop love within ourselves.
సత్య, ధర్మ, శాంతి, ప్రేమ.
The human values, Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema.
ఇవి 5 వేళ్ళు.
Here are 5 fingers.
సత్య, ధర్మ, శాంతి, ప్రేమ, అహింస.
The 5 fingers, Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa.
ఈ 5 ఏకమైనప్పుడే నేను ఈ టంబ్లర్ను పట్టుకోవడానికి వీలవుతుంది.
When all the 5 fingers act together, you can hold the tumbler.
ఇది ఒక వేలుతో పట్టుకోవడానికి అవుతుందా?
Can you catch hold of it with one finger?
లేక ఇంకో వేలుతో పట్టుకోవడానికి అవుతుందా?
Can you point with the pointed finger?
కనుక అన్నిటినీ చేర్చి మనము ఇదే హ్యూమన్ వాల్యూ.
We should join all the 5 fingers, that is human value.
5 ఫింగర్స్ ను సెపరేట్ చేయకండి.
Never separate 5
ఈ
fingers.
5 ఫింగర్స్ కు కోఆపరేషన్ ఇవ్వాలి.
There should be cooperation among the 5 fingers.
ఆపరేషన్.
It's only cooperation, not operation.
కోఆపరేషన్ కావాలి.
Cooperation is needed.
ఇది సరైనటువంటి ధర్మము.
This is true dharma.
ఈ విధమైనటువంటి ఐకమత్యమే మానవుని యొక్క జీవితము.
The unity is true human life.
ఈ ఐకమత్యమే మానవ జీవితానికి ఒక గమ్యము.
The unity is the goal of life.
అప్పుడే దివ్యత్వానికి ఒక చేరిక.
That ensures unification with the divinity.
కనుక అందరూ ఐకమత్యంగా ఉంటుండాలి.
Therefore all should be united.
అందరూ ఒక జీవిత సమస్యను మనం పరిహారం చేయాలి.
We should also solve the problem of life.
పిల్లలను మనం పెద్దగా పెంచి వారిని సరైన ఆదర్శవంతమైనటువంటి దేశ నాయకులుగా తయారు చేయాలి.
We should rear our children and see that they'll be ideal leaders of this country.
కూడా నువ్వు ఇంటిలో వంటిలో ఎక్కడ చూసినా ఈ యొక్క హ్యూమన్ వాల్యూను వాళ్ళకి చెప్పాలి.
So we should tell the human value either at home or outside.
What a beautiful discourse. So Swami very clearly mentions here that you need to inquire into, what is the question? Breakfast? Okay, so we'll do a quick puzzle with who am I, to just understand, try to understand who am I, right? So here is a story, again, as I promised you there will be a few puzzles here. So what happens is, there was a young kid who sees juicy mangoes in a mango orchard, right? Amazing mangoes hanging from the tree. Only problem is there was a fence and that doesn't belong to him. And he jumps over the fence and runs to this mango orchard, finds the juiciest fruit that he likes, and he starts climbing the tree. He climbs the tree, plucks one of the mangoes and starts enjoying that fruit. Okay? And when he's enjoying the fruit, suddenly he hears a sound. What is that? The owner of the orchard has seen him, caught him red-handed, and he's not a compassionate one. Okay? So he's chasing with a stick. So what happens is, this boy jumps down from the tree and starts running, right? And the owner of the orchard is chasing him away. I don't know if it happens here. In India it can happen. Okay, so he's chasing him like this. And when this is happening, the boy is caught and he gets a nice beating on his back. And he goes back with lot of pain and he feels really hurt and all of that. That's the story, okay? Now comes the puzzle. Okay, please pay attention. You can use your phone if you want to write down, or just make a mental note of this. The one who saw the fruit did not desire it. The one who saw the fruit did not desire it. The one who desired the fruit did not know how to climb and pluck the fruit. The one who desired the fruit did not know how to climb and pluck the fruit. The one who knew how to climb the tree did not climb the tree. The one who climbed the tree did not eat the fruit. The one who had the fruit did not retain it. The one who retained it was not the one who decided to run on seeing the owner. The one who decided to run was not beaten by the owner. The one who was beaten did not feel the pain. The one who felt the pain did not suffer. The one who suffered was a mirage. This is a puzzle. So I want you to answer each one. There are 10 questions here. So you have to tell me who is the one who saw the fruit but did not desire it, who is the one who desired the fruit but did not climb and pluck the fruit, like this. Can you answer each one of them? You can go right away. One by one. First question. The one who saw the fruit did not desire it. Eyes, okay. The one who desired the fruit did not know how to climb and pluck the fruit. Yeah? I can hear some correct. No, one who desired the fruit did not know how to climb and pluck the fruit. You're saying tongue? Okay. Mind, okay. One who knew how to climb the tree did not climb the tree. I'm not giving the correct answers. Whatever you're saying, I'm taking. Exam results later. The one who knew how to climb the tree did not climb the tree. Yeah? Amma? Legs, okay. Again the mind? Okay. The one who climbed the tree did not eat it. Body climbed the tree. But body didn't eat it? Yeah? Is it boring or what? No, okay. Legs, okay. The one who had the fruit did not retain it. The one who had the fruit did not retain it. Mouth, okay. Tongue, mouth, okay. The one who retained it was not the one who decided to run on seeing the owner. The one who retained it, who is that? Amma? Stomach. All good answers coming from this. No, experience, okay. The one who decided to run was not beaten by the owner. The one who decided to run was not beaten up by the owner. Again the mind? Okay. The one who was beaten did not feel the pain. Wow. The one who was beaten did not feel the pain. Okay, consciousness, soul, so many answers. The one who felt the pain did not suffer. I think Auntie gave a hint to that in her talk. The one who felt the pain did not suffer. Any answers? Yeah? Yes, sister? Soul, body, okay. The one who suffered was a mirage. The one who actually suffered the beating was a mirage. Body? Okay, let's look at the answers, okay? Sorry, want of time. The one who saw the fruit did not desire it, the eyes. Right? The one who desired the fruit did not know how to climb and pluck the fruit, it was the manas. In mind, the faculty called manas is the bundle of desires. Right? The one who knew how to climb the tree did not climb the tree. That is the chitta. Again, mind, somebody said it's correct, but the aspect of the mind is called the memory. We have a functional memory of everything that we have learned, right? So that is the chitta. You can also say brain. One who climbed the tree did not eat it. That is the limbs, the legs. The one who had the fruit did not retain it. You got it right, mouth or tongue. The one who retained it was not the one who decided to run on seeing the owner, the stomach, that also auntie got it right. The one who decided to run was not beaten by the owner. The decision was made by buddhi, the intellect. The intellect is what decides in us, right? The one who was beaten did not feel the pain. That is the back. The one who felt the pain did not suffer. Where the back doesn't feel the pain, the information is sent to the brain. And therefore, when you take endorphins and enkephalins or morphine, what happens? It cuts the pain receptors, and therefore you don't feel the pain, even if there is pain. Right? So basically, the brain. And the one who suffered was a mirage. That is the ego, or the identity of being this individual. You see? So that is the Jivatma or Jiva, or this ego of, it's a assumed identity that we have. It's again in the mind, right? So the question is, please pay attention to this. The question is, are you the eyes, the mind, the past memories, the limbs, the mouth, the stomach, the intellect, the back, the brain, or the ego? What are you? No, I'm asking you not to answer me, but to observe this. The idea of this puzzle is to tell you that all these are accumulated into your body, the physical and the subtle body. The physical body is this, the subtle body is what you call as the mind in general, right? We won't go into detail, but that's generally what you can know for now. So all this is an assortment, an accumulation of what is there. Are you an accumulated being? Are you a being who accumulates? Are you an accumulated being, or are you a being who accumulates? Both? How can you be both? Either you are assembled from outside, or you are there and therefore things are assembled. For example, you are this small when you are a baby, but as food was put into that, where the food went? The baby started growing. So is the body an accumulation or the original presence? Accumulation. Mind. Mind basically means thoughts. Your thoughts that you have, the feelings that you have, attitudes that you have. You are born with all of them? Were you born with all of them? Were you born with thoughts? Did you know? That is, they are called as vasanas in the textbook. Do you know, I am asking? What is the earliest memory of your childhood? Theory kaadu, practical bangaru. What is the earliest memory of your childhood? Huh? No, when do you remember your childhood? Earliest memory of what happened in your childhood? Age, give me an age. 4, 3, that's the majority. 4, 3. Do you remember when you were 6 months, what happened to you? Exactly what I mean. So how do you know there were thoughts or not there at that time? So my point again being that from a childhood, when you are a baby, what you call as your mind today, the intelligence today, the intellect today, your decision-making ability is accumulated. Do you agree? Your body is accumulated, your mind is accumulated. That's why I asked, are you an accumulated being, or are you a being, means you were first present? One thing you can guarantee, even as baby, were you present or not? Even as a baby, were you present or not? Can you tell with certainty that you are present? So your presence, your being is fundamental to you. How your mind developed after that is an accumulation based on what you took in through your senses, right? Through your environment, through your education, through your people around you, your satsang or dussang, right? And the body, of course, is based on the food. That's how it grew. So who you are is not a collection of all of this. Do you understand that? Is this clear? So therefore you must know that if you are not a collection of all of this, that which you fundamentally are, how do you know that? How can you know that? Is that a question that you have? Is that a question that is there? We have one yes. What about the rest? Do you really want to know? If you want to know, we can explore. If you don't want to know, we can finish the session here. Huh? Yeah? Okay, very good. Very. So look at this beautiful poem that Swami has himself composed. And I'm just going to quickly go through this poem so that you can get into the actual experience of what you're asking. Okay? So Swami says this. The English translation is on your right. You can see this. I will sing the Telugu as Swami would. Sakala vidyalu nerchi sabhajayinchagavachu surudai ranamuna పోరవచ్చు రాజరాజై పుట్టి రాజ్యము ఏలగవచ్చు హేమ గోదానముల్ ఇయ్యవచ్చు గగనమందున చుక్కలు లెక్కగొనవచ్చు జీవరాశుల పేర్లు చెప్పవచ్చు అష్టాంగయోగలన్నీ అభ్యాసించగవచ్చు చంద్రమండలమైన చేరవచ్చు. What he's saying here is, you may learn all the vidyas, all the education knowledge that is there in the world, you can accumulate and be the greatest scholar, like how Shvetaketu was before, right? You may be a great warrior of immense strength and fight great battles and be victorious. You may be born in the royal clan and hence you become the next king and therefore rule over the kingdom extraordinarily well. You may be a great philanthropist who donates a lot in charity. You may even be an astronomer who actually explores the stars. You may be a botanist who may give names to the various species of plants and animals. And you may be a great exponent, a practitioner of the Ashtanga Yoga, right? A yogic master. You may also reach the moon, Chandra Mandala. That is, you may travel to the moon and even reach the moon, right? Swami has basically covered almost the wide horizon of all the achievements that human beings have made up until now. Do you see that? Then he says, Kani, but ఇంద్రియాని అరిగట్టి మనసు నిలిపి అంతర్ముఖము చేసి నిశ్చల సమాన చిత్తుడై నిలవగలడా. This is a challenge that Swami is throwing to us. You may have all these extraordinary achievements in life, but can you withdraw yourself from your sense organs? Can you still the mind, antarmukhamu chesi, turn it inward to see your own presence and know yourself to be nischala, unwavering, steady, samana chittudai, equal-minded being or presence or the self. This is the challenge that Swami has thrown to all of us. So today, what we will do is explore practically how to experience ourselves, know ourselves through one sadhana that Swami has given, which is universal. He has told every devotee to practice this, right? So let's look at that sadhana.
లోకము లోపల
In this world,
ఎన్నో విధమైనటువంటి పదములు ఉంటున్నవి.
there are so many words,
ఎన్నో విధమైనటువంటి అర్థములు ఉంటున్నవి.
many meanings.
కానీ అర్థములకును ఈ పదములకును ఈ యొక్క సన్నిహిత సంబంధ బాంధవ్యాన్ని చేకూర్చాలి.
But we should know the right meaning for every word.
ఆధ్యాత్మిక తత్వం లోపల ఈ అర్థాన్ని తీసుకోవటం ప్రయోజనం లేదు.
In spirituality, you cannot simply go by its meaning.
దాని అర్థం తీసుకోకుండా దాని యొక్క స్వరాన్ని మాత్రమే మనం ఉచ్చరిస్తూ పోండి.
You go on repeating its sound.
ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, చాలా మందికి నేను అక్కడ చెప్తుంటాను, ఓంకారం అనేటువంటిది ఒక స్పెల్లింగ్ మాదిరి చూడాలి.
Omkar, just take its spelling.
ఓం అంటారు.
Many say Om.
ఇది ఓం అనేటువంటి స్పెల్లింగ్ కాదు.
It's not spelling that
ఇది
way.
ఒక పదము.
It's a word.
ఈ పదమైనప్పుడు దీనికి స్పెల్లింగ్ ఏమిటి?
Then what is its spelling?
ఈ స్పెల్లింగ్ చూడాలంటే ఆ ఊం ఈ మూడు చేరితే ఓం అనే పదం వచ్చింది.
And if you want to know its spelling, A-U-M, A-U-M.
ఆ ఊం.
A-U-M.
ఈ పదం చెప్పాలంటే ఆ అనేటువంటిది గొంతు నుంచి వస్తుంది.
Ah comes out of the throat.
ఊ అనేటువంటిది నోలక నుంచి వస్తుంది.
Who comes out of the tongue.
అనేటువంటిది పదవుల నుంచి వస్తుంది.
Comes out of the lips.
ఈ మూడు చేరినటువంటి ఓంకారం నాభి నుంచి వస్తుంది.
So the combination of the three comes out of the very navel.
కనుకనే హృదయ నాళం నుంచి వచ్చేటువంటి ఒక సౌండే నిజమైనటువంటి సౌండ్.
So the sound that comes out of the heart is the true sound.
చాలా మందికి ఆ ఊ ఊం అని చెప్పమంటే స్పెల్లింగ్లే చెప్పుకుంటూ కూర్చుంటారు.
And when this is to be said, they go by the spelling only.
తెల్లవారుజాము కూడా ఓంకారంలో చెప్పారంటే ఆ ఊం అంటారు.
In the early hours of the morning, the Omkara is said in a wrong way.
మూడింటి యొక్క సేవమేంటి స్వరూపం అని సమకాలంలో దాన్ని ఉచ్చరించాలి.
And we have to say, utter Omkara in the correct way.
ఎక్కడి నుంచినో ప్లేన్ వస్తుంటది.
The plane is dashing
ఆ
forward.
శబ్దం ఎక్కడి నుంచినో లభించినట్టుగా తెలుస్తుంది.
And you will be able to know its sound.
కానీ దగ్గరికి వచ్చినప్పుడు పెద్దదిగా వినిపిస్తుంది.
And you listen.
తర్వాత తిరిగి అది ఎక్కడికో పోతున్నట్టుగా కనిపిస్తుంది.
And you will also hear the sound from distance.
అది నిజమైనటువంటి ఒక ఓంకార శబ్దము.
That is Omkara principle.
ఆ లోకం నుంచి ఎక్కడి నుంచినో రావాలి.
And it should come from
ఆ
within.
నాభి నుంచి రావాలి.
It should come out of the navel.
కంఠం నుంచి వచ్చినప్పుడు అది శబ్దం ఎక్కువ వినిపిస్తుంది.
And when once it comes out of the throat,
కానీ
you will
తిరిగి అది
hear high
వెళ్ళిపోయే
sound.
సమయం లోపల తగ్గిపోతూ వస్తుంది.
And then at the final stage, it declines.
కనుకనే ఈ శబ్దములంతా కూడా సక్రమమైనటువంటి తీసుకున్నప్పుడే మనకు సరైనటువంటి భావన కుదురుతుంది.
So we should consider every word in the proper sense and know its meaning.
అనేక మంది ఈ యొక్క ప్రపంచంలో ఓంకారాన్ని స్మరిస్తూ ఉంటుంటారు.
Many people chant, repeat Omkara.
ఎన్ని సంవత్సరంలో చరిస్తుంటారు.
They do it for many years.
స్వామి దీన్ని సంవత్సరం నుంచి నేను ఓంకార నాదం చేస్తున్నాను, నాకు ఏమాత్రం భక్తి కుదరడం లేదు.
Many come and say, Swami, I have been repeating Omkara, but I am not able to have steady devotion.
కుదురుతుంది.
How is it possible?
సరైనటువంటి అర్థంతో నువ్వు చేస్తుంటే కదా.
You are not doing it
సరైన
meaningfully.
శృతిలో నువ్వు పెట్టుకుంటే కదా.
You don't say it properly.
శృతిలో రాగ తాళములు మూడు కూడా నువ్వు ఏకం కావాలి.
And there should be a kind of proper rhythm in the beat.
కనుకనే శృతి కూడా ఉంటుండాలి.
And the tune is necessary.
ఈ శృతి లయము కూడా ఉండాలి.
And there should be proper rhythm.
ఈ కాలము కూడా ఉంటుండాలి.
And the time.
Wonderful. So now we will learn from Swami this sadhana, right? So based on what you heard Swami say, can you quickly tell me what points you gathered? Any point that you gathered? Yes. Oh, very nice. So he got a very important point. So chanting of Om should have 4 important things. That is Shruti, Laya, Tala. You said Tala, right? There's one more. That's Tala? Oh, very nice observation. So he said Tala and Kala also. These are 4 things that Swami mentioned. Then what else? There's one more thing here though, which is missing. Amma? Bhava. But Swami didn't say that. It's nice. Shruti, Laya. From music point of view, you can fulfill it. Amma? Raga. Swami mentions Raga. It's important to have this here. Shruti, Laya, Raga, Tala. And Swami, the second time when he reiterates, he makes Tala into Kala. We will see why. Okay. What else? What are the points? Amma? Volunteers, can you please pass the mic?
The sound comes from the throat, tongue, and then the from the lips.
Sound comes from throat, tongue and lips. Very nice point. We will experientially look into this. Okay? What else? Thank you.
Total one comes from the navi.
Total one comes from navi. This we will experience and see. Okay? Thank you. What else? Yes, there.
He gave the analogy of airplane. That's
Very nice.
so you start off slow and then go high and then.
Very good, very good. So Swami basically gave the analogy of an airplane, right? He said you start off with regards to the volume, right? He said you start off very low volume, as if it's coming from a distance, the sound. Then as the plane approaches you, the sound increases, it reaches the highest in front of you, and again it's simple Doppler effect, right? So when it's going ahead, then the sound diminishes. So this is the pattern of how it should be done, right? Like a plane approaching and going away. So something like this. Very nice. What else? Something more fundamental in the beginning. Somebody's. Yeah, sister behind, she has not answered. She's, yes.
Three shabdas. Omkar. Swami said we need to pronounce Omkar. Omkar, 3 syllables.
U and?
Kar. Om, Kar.
No, Kar. U, Ma. Im. Swami corrects Anil Kumar sir, who says A-U-M, he says not A-U-M. Im, he says, no? So, though that is the pronunciation, in English I'll write A-U-M only. So please go, think of it in your head as A-U-Im, okay? So Swami mentioned that there is 3 syllables in this, A, U and Im. Right? Okay. What else? Very nice. Thank you for that point. This side only all answers are. Nobody here listen to it. Yes.
When sound comes from the throat,
No, not really. The sound, that's the aeroplane thing. Sound increase, yeah. Yeah, anybody here? You didn't get what Swami said? Okay, no problem. Anybody else? Yes. Yeah. Some hands up. There. First, that side, please. Sister hasn't spoken.
It's not saying syllables, but all 3 should be one.
Beautiful. So Swami mentions that they are not 3 independent syllables. You can't do Im. It doesn't show. That's not how you do it, right? So he said it should be one sound. Beautiful. Excellent. Yes, sister, same point? Okay. Something more fundamental? With the spelling, I'll give you a hint. With just the spelling, Swami made an observation first. Do you remember that? Okay. We will practice that and see, and we'll make the observation again ourselves. Okay? So please understand, this whole thing of how to do this is coming from Bhagavan himself. And who is he? If the entire, like we saw in the Udalaka example, how from a seed the whole forest comes, right? If you consider the entire creation, not earth, the entire creation as a huge, humongous tree, it has to sprout from a seed. That bija or seed is called Om. And Bhagavan is the seed of Om itself. Bhagavan is the source or the seed of Om itself. And therefore, we are learning this from not just the Omkara Swarupa, Pranava Swarupa, but who is the very bija of the bija, that is the seed of the Om itself, that is Bhagavan. And he is teaching us how to do. Therefore, he says, when you get this right, you experience what the Upanishads are saying. What the Upanishad said, Tattvamasi, that thou art. To experience that, you must get this right, he said. In very simple to experience. Okay? So, what Bhagavan initially made as an observation is this. He said, currently how you chant Om. Let's have everybody chant Om. Don't change it based on what Swami has said. Chant it the way you are doing it now, like regularly. Okay? Ready? Start. Listen to it. Beautiful. Acha. So if you are to give an English spelling to the sounds you heard, what would be the spelling? O-M. See, that is what Swami was pointing at in the beginning. He said most people chant it as Om Antaro, he said. Means O-M. Then he corrected that Om is a word whose spelling is not O-M. Means in terms of pronunciation. It is actually 3 letters that combine. But they are not separate, as sister said. Why they are not separate? When you say tree, when you say the word tree to connote a tree, It has three sounds, ta, ra, e. So every time you go to a kid and do you say, did you see the ta, ra, e there? Do you say that? No, you don't. Why? Because it doesn't make sense. You just combine the sound into one and say, do you see the tree there? And immediately their attention goes there. Yes? In the same way, if you separate a, u and im, your attention doesn't go to what om really means. So you have to combine the three sounds of a, u, im, and it is not om. That is the correction that Swami is making, right? So let me just complete this diagram. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. You are still in the satsang, not in your classroom. Okay. But then this is a nice way to know, right? I'll just lower this or maybe move it. Yeah, can you all see the board? Okay. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, right? So what is this? What label will you give here? Yeah? Volume. Yep. That's good. So this is volume. What is this? Time. Perfect. Beautiful. Right. Now we will practice Om the way Swami told us so that we experience what Om actually means. Okay? And Om means the very source of this creation. And what Bhagavan is pointing out is the source of the creation. And we will get there. Only thing I need is, in this session, if you have any theoretical knowledge of this, if you have any bookish knowledge of this, which has anyway not helped you till now, because otherwise you won't be here, right? So, you put that outside with your chappals and shoes and come, just for this session. After this, you can go collect it back and put it in your pocket or in your heads. But would you, out of great humility and love, I ask, can you do this? Yeah, just for this session. Whatever information you had till now, just for this session you put it out. You go through what Swami has said. Later you can bring back everything. That's up to you. Okay, that's your choice. Is it okay? Thank you. Right? Now we will do this. The first sound, though Swami said we should integrate, we will go one by one. The first sound is okay. Here is a magic we are going to do. Now, all of you simply open your mouth like this and keep it open. Just make sound. Don't try to make a particular sound. Just make sound. Listen. Are you trying to say a here? Again do this. Open your mouth. Just make whatever sound comes. Don't try to make a particular sound. Right? Please open your mouth. Do you hear the sound? If a human being basically opens their mouth as a baby, you know how the sages actually got the vowels when they made language. The ancient sages, when they made Sanskrit language, they got the vowels by listening to a baby. The way the baby cries, they observe the different syllables and they made everything from that. So the fundamental first sound, even for the baby, is what? As one that's the first sound that comes out of a baby's mouth, naturally. Why? Because that is the natural sound. What is the first sound here? Okay. Now we will do the next exercise. When I do this with my hand, it means open your mouth. Okay? And when I do this with my fingers, you don't close your mouth. The jaw remains open, but just your lips are extended outward in a pout. I don't have to teach you how to pout. Right? When you take selfies, what you do, that is the pout. And I'm sure the older generation has caught up to the younger generation by now. Right? So you just pout. Don't do anything. I'm not asking you to make any sound and all that. Right? Just pout, literally. Your lips have to make the shape of O. Okay? Ready? But how? First we'll start like this. Your jaw opens up. Whatever sound comes naturally, let it come. Then just pout. Is it okay? Ready? What sound are you hearing? Huh? Do it again. Move your lips at my pace. Really stretch it out. Don't try to make a sound. Just. What sound are you hearing now? Ooh. What is the next sound here? Ooh. Right? Okay. Now we move to the third. When I do from here, this is mouth open. This is just lips extended but jaws open. And when I do this, just bring your lips together. Can you do that? Yeah. Ready? Breathe in. Now listen to the sound. What sound you are hearing? What is the sound here? Did you make any of the sounds? Like consciously, did you try to tell the sound? Simply if you open your mouth and allow the sounds to flow, the natural sound is first ah, if you move your lips it's oo, and then im. Just with the movement of lips, this is the natural sound that comes, you see. So you don't have to chant Om. Allow the Om sound to permeate. Is that okay? We'll do this again. Okay, all three together. Let us follow my hand. Please don't close your eyes because you can't see my hand then. Unless you can see with closed eyes, then again you don't have to be here. Okay, ready. Clearly the women have better lung capacities. Okay. Breathe in again. Great, wonderful. Do you see? Now you tell me, when you just did this, as sister had pointed out from Swami's discourse, was there any gap between A, and Im? Are you sure? Wonderful. Okay. Here is an important point. Swami said Shruti, Laya, Raga, Tala and Kala. Right? Shruti means what? Very basic meaning. One pitch. A pitch. When you open your mouth and make sound, how many pitches are coming? One? Just see again. Check for yourself. Only one pitch? Om should not be done like a sing song. See? All pitches are. So Swami is saying Shruti is important. Means when you simply just open your mouth and allow the sound to flow, how many pitches emerge? Only one. That is the Shruti. So you have achieved it, whatever Swami said? All of you? Great. A round of applause for everyone. See, when you achieve what God tells you to do, it's a real achievement. You deserve this. Okay. The second is Laya. Laya means? Amma? Laya. Very simple meaning of Laya. Laya. Layam. Huh? Merge. Simple meaning of Layam is to merge. You see, what is the merge? The U and Im sounds. Is there any gap? Once more we'll see. Any gap? Did the merge into U and U into Im? Did you experience it or not? Another thing you achieved in what Swami said. Laya means three sounds merge into one sound. You see, they are not three different spelling words, but they are one sound. The third one is raga, which I'll come to a little later. But the fourth one, Swami said tala and kala. Tala and kala. Tala means what? Beat. If I say, what is this distance? How much would you say? Roughly. A foot? Yeah? This one? Maybe a meter? So this is a measurement in space. Correct? Do you agree? Now you tell me, what is this a measurement of? This is a measurement in space. What is this a measurement of? What is this measuring? Tell loudly. Lunch is there, don't worry. Expounded energy will be compensated in lunch. Yeah? What are you measuring? This is tala. This is adi tala, right? What are you measuring? Time. Like this is a measurement of space. This is a measurement of time. You see? And therefore Swami says tala, and then he makes it into kala. See what a beautiful, subtle observation of Bhagavan. Right? And then he says, how should the kala be? How should the time be in this? For the three sounds, he said, samakalamlo cheyali, which means in equal time you must do. What does that mean? You basically have this. Right? So this is the time TA, or rather, this is the time which is TU, and this is the time TIM. Do you see this? All of you can see this? Time taken for a, time taken for U, and time taken for IM. What Swami says, what is the relationship between these three T's? Equal. So TA equals TU equals TIM. You see? This is what Swami wants us to do. Okay? In this, the tail part you can ignore. Right? So this would be your TA and TM. The tail you ignore. This spacing, and this spacing has to be the same. Right? We will just do this very simple. Ready everybody? Open your mouth. Roughly. You don't have to like count, but roughly. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, anything. Okay? It doesn't include the tail. We have not done the tail, but I'm just informing you. Okay? So this takes care of the tala and kala also. What we are left with? Raga. Raga means what? Yeah? Tune. Raga means tune. What else? Raga also means association, attachment. Yeah? Raga means tune. When you are out of tune, you say, that person has gone, the raga is lost. Right? When you are in tune, means you are in raga. Do you agree? Yes. Being in tune is being in raga. Other way of looking at this, being in association, being attached to that is being in raga. Do you agree? Yeah. So here what Swami is saying is, when you practice this sound, your complete attention must be involved with the sound. You travel with the sound. Don't worry about anything else. The entire sadhana is a nada sadhana. With this you travel with the sound. That is raga. Means you attach your attention to the sound and nothing else. Okay? I want you to now experience this. Just the part. Keep your neck slightly up. We don't have time for major fine tuning. We will do a detailed workshop later. Okay? But I just want you to experience the sound. Now do this. Note where the vibrations are happening. You can use your hand to point. Again. Where are you feeling the vibration? Throat and stomach? So those who are not feeling it in the stomach, can you tell me, breathe and see, when you breathe in, is your stomach going in or out? Tell me that. Just keep your hand on your tummy. When you breathe in, just tell me, how many in? Raise your hand. How many in? Like when you breathe in, the stomach is going in. Yeah? Okay. So those of you, when you breathe in, your stomach is going in, means you are doing shallow breathing. Right? It's not going down. It's not pushing your diaphragm. It's not going to the depths of your lung, which pushes your diaphragm, and therefore it's shallow breathing. See, that's why when you're breathing in, the stomach is going in. It shouldn't go. If you have a deep breathing technique, then what happens? Your breath sinks in and the diaphragm pushes the stomach out. Right? So do this again. Take deep breaths first. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax yourself. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay? Now try this. Ready? Chin up. Chin up. Feel the sound. Where are you feeling the vibration? Yeah? Throat major. Of course throat, because throat is where the sound is produced. You don't have an vocal organ in the tummy. So the throat is where the sound is produced. So obviously the throat is where comes. And that's what brother was pointing out. That Swami said comes from the throat. Right? And let's see where comes. Okay? Tummy is good. We won't go into details maybe later. But throat is good for now. Second. Chin up. See where the reverberation is hitting for Throat is the source, because is only getting converted, so the will be throat. Where else? Mouth. Where in the mouth? Do this again. Again. Experience this. Please pay attention. Experience this. Chin up. Where are you feeling this? That's right. One level of vibration in the chest. The was in the nabhi and the throat. Those who are getting this right, practice it that way. Others, we will adjust it later. Okay? So in sound, it is heart and above the tongue, right? Just above the tongue, on the top of the throat. So if I'm very bad at diagrams, I'm just trying to, okay, it's something like this. Okay, this is supposed to be your mouth. Forgive me for that. But then the sound that the air travels hits the vocal organs and you have the sound. Then it travels and hits the top of the tongue, here, the upper palate. And that's where the sound emerges, right? Now, where is this? Yeah? Lips, right? And here, yeah. So different people will experience the sound differently. It's called Brahmari, because the whole head actually reverberates. For some people, the whole body can reverberate. Depends on how the sound is flowing through. But basically, the source point is the lips, right? That is the source of the sound. You see what Swami said? Comes from the throat, U comes from above the tongue, and from the lips. Is it in your experience now? Can you experience this? Great. See? So whatever Swami has told, you are in experience of that. Okay. Finally, combining this with the aeroplane model. Okay. So what does that mean? Now I'm not just going to move my fingers, but also make a motion that will replicate this curve. Okay. So it will start with this means low volume. Can everybody see this? This means low volume. And we will make this curve. So as we are going up, what is increasing? Volume. And as we are coming down again, volume comes down. Okay, very simple. I'll demonstrate once. Please carefully watch this and listen. You see? Yeah? I'll repeat this. Simple? Simple? All of you with me? Breathe in. Once more. Again, once more. Please be alert. Very good. This time, when we do this, at the end, wherever you are, simply be there. Don't do anything. And just listen to me after that. Okay? Simply be there. Now, wherever you are, as you are, turn your attention to the presence that you are. Turn your attention to the presence that you are. Observe your own presence. The presence that you are, does it have any gender? The presence that you are, does it have any shape? The presence that you are, does it have any weight? Your body has a shape, your body has weight, but the presence that you are, does it have any shape or weight? Observe your presence. If one takes a sword and strikes the body will get cut. The presence that you are, can it be cut by an instrument? Just observe your presence and note it. If there is a fire, the body would burn to ashes. But the presence that you are, does it have any physical content to be burnt? If there is a torrential rain, the body will get wet. The presence that you know yourself to be, can it be drenched by water? Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita describing himself, says, Nainam chindanti shastrani. I cannot be cut by a sharp sword. Nainam dahati pavaka. I cannot be burned by fire. Nachainam kledayantyapo. I cannot be drenched by water. Nashoshayati marutaha. I cannot be blown away or dried by the wind. Check your presence and see if all these are the qualities of your own presence that you are. When you confirm this, know this, the presence that you are and the description that Bhagavan has given of himself is one and the same. Your presence and his presence is one and the same. Remain in this presence as the presence. You may observe, is there any beginning to your presence? Is there any end to your presence? If there is no beginning to your presence and no end to your presence, can you be present in one place? And when you pervade everywhere, can there be anything other than you? Keep your awareness on your own presence, that you are. The body has a shape and size and weight. The body has a boundary and limits. Do you, the presence, have any shape, size, boundary or limits? The mind is nothing but thoughts. Now there may be thoughts, there may not be thoughts. But whether they are thoughts or not, does your presence vanish or get affected? In the presence of thoughts and absence of thoughts, you, the presence, are always there to know this, isn't it? Remain as this presence. When your attention is fully dissolved in this presence, it is truly called Sayujyam. It is truly the state of Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam. For Guru means the one who is Gunatita, does not have any attributes. Rupa Varjita, has no form. That is the presence that you are. When the mind is merged with your own presence, when your awareness is merged with your own presence, this is called Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam. And this is the true inner view with Bhagavan. All the sadhanas that you do as a human being is only to merge your awareness in the presence that you are. That is truly Bhaja Govindam. At your own pace, you may open your eyes, but continue to see that the presence that you are has not changed. Whether your eyes are open or closed, the presence that you are continues to be. This changeless presence is Bhagavan. Everything else that changes is only his expression. when you're anchored in this presence that Bhagavan is, you the presence, tell me from this point of knowing who you are, whom do you want to connect to? And do this without touching your thoughts. Don't touch a single thought in your mind, even if it's come back from your chapel stand. Don't touch it. And then say, see if you need to connect to anything. Is this the fulfillment of what Bhagavan said? Your presence is my presence. Know for yourself.